process? What's happening there?
Well, as we've heard, the Turkish judiciary has rejected the latest appeal by Brunson. He is currently being held under house arrest. The next opportunity that he will have for an appeal will be in October. Now, some serious charges are being levied against Mr. Brunson, to include supporting the terrorist organization, the PKK, in addition to the terrorist organization FETO, which is supported by the radical cleric Gulen, who are behind the failed coup of 2016. So some serious national security charges being levied by the Turkish government against Mr. Brunson. He is not going to be released this time around, according to the latest round of appeal that has failed by the Turkish judiciary, although he will have another opportunity to appeal to the Turkish judiciary come this October. Of course, Brunson really now at the center of a major diplomatic spat between Turkey and the United States, as President Trump seems to be doubling down on his threats to levy additional sanctions against the Turkish government.
And the judicial process against Brunson has been going on for some time now. What is his defense saying?
Well, Brunson's defense is essentially claiming that he is innocent of the charges. The Turkish judiciary essentially has a process and that Brunson has to go through. And that's really sort of at the center of the Turkish reaction to President Trump's attempts to pressure the leadership here in Ankara to release Brunson, essentially saying that, look, we have a sovereign judiciary, we have a judiciary process, just as the United States has its own sovereign judiciary process that we cannot interfere in. Therefore, we cannot give in to these demands to release Brunson at this time until the entire process reaches a conclusion. That, of course, does not seem to be sufficient for President Trump to back down from his threats to levy additional sanctions. So we may be seeing some additional economic strain down the line, as we just heard the other day, the U.S. Secretary of Treasury threatening even additional sanctions against Turkey as its currency fluctuates. So this spat between Turkey and the United States may be just beginning.
Oubai, thank you. Let's bring in